Hello and welcome back to another Hunger Games simulator video. I am back with a Fortnite one, which I have not made in a while because recently I've been trying to make, some other themes and stuff like that. But I'm back with a Fortnite one. I have seen a few suggestions of themes that I could do, like I've seen planets, I've also seen a Minecraft one, and I was thinking of making a supervillain one. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to make next week. So it could be one of those. I'm not exactly sure. So comment below which one you want to see out of all those for next week. I'll probably make them all actually at some point, but just for next week. And if you don't want to really see any of those, or if you have another idea for me to do, comment down a theme that I could do. You can also comment below a theme that I've already done that you would want to see again. Like if you want to see another Fortnite one, another Cuphead one, Terraria one, Superhero one, things like that. Then comment that below and I will do it. There are also events which will happen randomly and has a chance of not even happening. But when it happens, a lot of people will say die in it, things like that. And I edited the events so that they are Fortnite themed. So there's 3 events. Any of them can show up. There can be multiple events. There could be no events. It's kind of random. So, yeah, but they're all Fortnite themed. There are also spoilers for the other Hunger Games videos, so you should go and watch them before watching this. Or watch them after this, up to you, but this will spoil a few things. First, we have all the returning characters. Now, the first 3 people we have are all winners. We have Wildcard, which failed terribly in the first one, made a comeback in the second one, and did okay in the fourth one. Now, him and the Visitor, which is the next winner that we have brought back, which won the third one, I'm pretty sure, did okay in the fourth one. I'm not exactly sure how good he did in that. I forgot. But they're going to have a little battle, I guess you can say. So the codename Elf, which actually won the first one, isn't here because he did terrible after that. After he won his first game, he just did terrible. So there's no point really bringing it back because then he'll just take up space pretty much. And that's what I'm probably going to do with all the past winners. I'm going to recycle them and stuff like that. So whichever one lasts the longest, Wildcard or the Visitor, will make it to the next one again. So whoever lasts the longest and does better will return for the next Fortnite themed Hunger Games simulator. And the only other winner that we also have here is the Patch of Grass, which he'll probably return afterwards no matter what. Like how good he does, he'll always have another chance of redemption. But, yeah, I still can't believe Patrick Rash won that one. But, he can be the first one to win 2 Hunger Games. So, yeah, so can Wildcard and Visitor. If any of them win, they'll be the first person to win 2 Hunger Games videos. So, yeah, other contestant that we have is the Default. That is right. The Default is being brought back. He was in the first 2, and I was going to bring him back in the 4th one. But he kind of got swapped out for Giddy Up last second. But now he is back. You never know. Maybe he was in the 4th one. Maybe he was in the bush. The world may never know. But we do have the Default back. And, yeah, we'll see if he's going to still be acting like a Default. And the next person we have brought back is Trog. And, he might have done well. I forgot exactly how he was. He's just very majestic looking. So I feel like we need to bring him back for another shot of, redemption. We also have Randy. Randy did really good in the first one, but actually never came back, as there was a few other people who took the spot. And, yeah, he's kind of like a forgotten person, even though he did really well. I forgot what place he got in, but he was definitely, the top, 5, I would say. He is back now, from the first one, to try to win this. And now we'll get to the new contestants. So, the first one that we have here was actually suggested by someone in I think they commented in the Fortnite Hunger Games 4 one, I think it was, where they said that I should add the Wingman. So, Wingman is here. So, remember, also comment down below ideas for characters to be in them. So, if you want to see another Fortnite one, comment below a character that you want to see. And another person that was also suggested was Skull Ranger, kind of. So, they said that there should be Skull Trooper and, an OG Skull Trooper and the Ghoul Trooper and the Skull Ranger. But Skull Trooper and Ghoul Trooper already returned. Or, not already returned, already was in a thing. And I technically could return them, but I'm trying to, at this moment, keep only 6 returning people. I'll probably expand that later on as there's more people, but at this moment, only 6 are going to be returning. And I didn't really feel like they deserved this spot, being as I don't think they really did that good. So, yeah, that's why they aren't here. But I did like the idea of a Skull Ranger, so we do have Skull Ranger here. And the next person was actually an amazing idea, as we had one singular amazing zombie from last time, which he did not do good because he was just one freaking zombie. Now we have a frozen zombie. It's totally different. It's like, imagine a zombie but frozen. So yeah, that was the final suggested contestant. Now we shall get on to some more people. So we have Inferno, which just came out, I'm pretty sure, as like a bundle type thing for $20, which he looks pretty cool. And if you look at his table in the picture, there's the Wildcard's helmet. It looks like he is out to kill Wildcard. It'll be very, very cool if he actually manages to. But I don't know if Wildcard's going to let him. We just have to watch to find out. We also have Star-Lord, one of the newest skins, which also has one of the best dances in the game, I would say. But, oh snap, it's the original Star-Lord, the Rust Lord. Which one will be the better Lord? Will it be Star-Lord or Rust Lord? We also have Prickly Patrol. Oh, wait. Okay, so it seems I have made a mistake, and instead of Prickly Patroller, I kind of put an actual cactus. So, yeah, just a simple mistake. So, instead of Prickly Patroller, we have a cactus. I guess we'll see how it does. We also have Hopper, which is such an amazing skin. It's just a chocolate egg on someone. It's amazing. We also have Laser Chomp, which is a glider, but he has feelings too, okay? Okay, just don't be mean to the Laser Chomp. He has a soul. We also have Renegade Raider, which you should know Renegade Raider. She's like the most OG skin in the entire game. And we have a wooden crab that used to be in Moisty Mire. RIP Wooden Crab and RIP Moisty Mire. We also have a wooden rabbit. And to finish off the trifecta, we have a brick pig. We also have Raptor, which is for some reason considered one of the best skins in the game. I don't exactly see it. I don't know. It's just my opinion. We also have Patch Patroller, which is probably one of the weirdest skins in the game. Come on, that's not even opinion based. Let's look at it. We also have the Rock Lady, which has been here for a while and has had a long-going story with the Rock Man that seems to never really be ending anytime soon. We also have the Chitauri, which are Thanos' army and is now in the endgame mode, which I'm pretty sure is still out. I think it ends this Saturday or something like that. So yeah, we have the Chitauri here. And dun dun dun! It's Floating Kevin, which we have had Kevin, I think, twice in the first one and the second one. But now we have Floating Kevin. Technically counts as a different person, even though deep inside, it's still the same old Kevin. Anyways, these are all the contestants. We shall now proceed and see who will win the 5th episode of Fortnite Hunger Games Simulator. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Hopper, Patch Patroller, and Prickly Patroller work together to get as many supplies as possible. That's just epic right there. Renegade Raider grabs a backpack and retreats. Frozen Zombie runs away from the cornucopia. He's just one zombie. He can't find anyone. He needs to run away. Wingman takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Patch of Grass grabs a sword. I don't really know how, but a Patch of Grass somehow grabbed the sword. Wooden Crab runs away from the cornucopia. Default runs away from the cornucopia. He is still Default, still running away from everything he possibly can. At least we know he hasn't changed much. Floating Kevin runs away from the cornucopia. Don't you mean floats away from the cornucopia? Wildcard runs away from the cornucopia. If Wildcard wants to outlast Visitor, he cannot get in any fights at this moment. Randy and Skull Ranger fight for a bag. Randy gives up and retreats. Visitor runs away from the cornucopia. Visitor also wants to try to stay alive and outlast Wildcard. Chitauri grabs a jar of fishing bait, while Rustlord grabs fishing gear. Star-Lord runs away from the cornucopia. Inferno runs away from the cornucopia. Maybe Inferno is trying to find Wildcard. Brick Pig runs away from the cornucopia. Laser Chomp snatches a pair of scythes. Says. I don't know why, but I can never pronounce that. I don't even know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Rock Lady finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. I don't know what the quiver is for, but the bow and arrows sound pretty useful. Trog snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Raptor grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. And the wooden rabbit takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Default sprains his ankle while running away from Wildcard. As you can see, just like I said before, Default's just running away from everything he can. Inferno discovers a river. Get away from there, Inferno. He's literally made out of fire. What is he doing? Frozen Zombie and Patch Patroller split up for resources. Oh, a Frozen Zombie is working with the Patch Patroller. Rustlord receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Skull Ranger steals from Wingman while he isn't looking. Renegade Raider travels to higher ground. She wants to get them snipes. Trog fishes. Visitor scares Wooden Crab off. I don't exactly know how, but I guess he did so. Hopper begs for Star to kill him. He refuses, keeping Hopper alive. Star-Lord is a nice boy. Patch of Grass, Brick Pig, and Prickly Patroller get into a fight. Prickly Patroller triumphantly kills them both. I think that's the weirdest fight that there's ever been. There's a freaking patch of grass, a pig made out of bricks, and a cactus. There goes Patch of Grass's chance of winning another one. It's okay, though. Always try to win next time. Floating Kevin attacks Randy, but he manages to escape. Wooden Rabbit injures himself. And Rock Lady injures herself. Well, everyone's just injuring themselves now. And Laser Chomp chases Raptor. That's like a cool little chase scene right there. And Chitari camouflages himself in the bushes. Chitari might be one of the strongest people here, because everyone else is like a freaking cactus or a rabbit made out of wood. So it seems like Chitari might actually have the upper hand in most of this. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Patch of Grass and the Brick Pig. Renegade Raider receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Trog begs for Frozen Zombie to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Trog alive. Even a frozen zombie cannot kill the majesticness of Trog. Inferno thinks about home. Patch Patroller, Skull Ranger, Visitor, Laser Chomp, and Wildcard sleep in shifts. Rock Lady quietly hums. Rustlord receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. And the newer Rustlord, Star-Lord, and Wooden Crab run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Raptor, Wingman, Floating Kevin, Randy, and Wooden Rabbit sleep in shifts. Default cries himself to sleep. What? Is Default gonna ever know how to do things other than hiding, crying, and running away? Prickly Patroller thinks about winning. See, this cactus just killed two inanimate objects and now thinks that it could win the entire game, even though it also is an inanimate object. Hopper and Chitari hold hands. By the way, if you're wondering who is the Chitari in that picture, it's the one with the trumpet or the saxophone thing, if you're just wondering. Rustlord runs away from Skull Ranger. But Rustlord, you're supposed to be taking the L on her. Hopper fishes. Default runs away from the Renegade Raider. Seriously though, Default just, what, why? Prickly Patroller picks flowers. But you're a cactus. Randy runs away from Wingman. Randy also seems to be, running away from a lot of things, like teaming up with people. I guess Randy hasn't been here for a while, so he needs to get the hang of things again. Wildcard tends to Trog's wounds. Wildcard always tries to, start truces with people and then kills them in the end, which is what happened when he won with Tomato Tom. Wooden Crab and Wooden Rabbit split up to search for resources. 2 wooden animals are now teaming together. Star-Lord begs for Raptor to kill him. He refuses, keeping Star-Lord alive. Raptor wants Star-Lord to outlast the Rustlord, I see. Frozen Zombie chases Rock Lady. I mean, she seems kind of slow, though, with how slow she's been walking, throughout this entire freaking map. Floating Kevin collects fruit from a tree. Visitor sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. And then Inferno injures himself. Maybe Inferno was the cause of the smoke. Patch Patroller receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Laser Chomp searches for a water source. Yes, go get a water source. You're a shark. That's what you need. The Ice King is unleashed. This is an event, like I was talking about before. Wingman gets smacked out of the sky by the Ice King's hologram. Trog survived the snowstorm. Floating Kevin survived the snowstorm. Hopper survived the snowstorm. Prickly Patroller also survived the snowstorm. Rustlord survived the snowstorm. And poor Default gets buried in the snow. No, the Default just died already. Did absolutely nothing throughout the entire thing. Visitor gets covered in the blizzard. Wait. So, that means that Visitor isn't the one to be coming back then. Unless if Wildcard dies also. I don't know what would happen then. Wooden Rabbit gets smacked out of the sky by the Ice King's hologram. Raptor survived the snowstorm. Laser Chomp survived the snowstorm. Inferno also survived the snowstorm. I don't know how. He's made out of fire. I think he would die instantly. Wooden Crab gets smacked out of the sky by the Ice King's hologram. Frozen Zombie tries to outrun the snowstorm, but fails. Frozen Zombie is made out of the freaking ice. Literally got summoned by the snowstorm, and then died to it. Renegade Raider gets buried in the snow. What? The OG? But she's so OG. How can the OG die? Wildcard tries to outrun the snowstorm, but fails. So Wildcard also died. So wait, so Visitor and Wildcard both died at the same time. Maybe neither of them get brought back. Maybe both of them get brought back. I don't know anymore. Randy pushes Rock Lady into the snowstorm. Oh, poor Rock Lady. Randy's wanting to kill everyone now. Chitari survives the snowstorm. Star-Lord survived the snowstorm. Patrol Patroller survived the snowstorm. And Skull Ranger survived the snowstorm. 9 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Wingman and the default, which could run away from everything, but not the snowstorm, I guess. Visitor, Wooden Rabbit, Wooden Crab, Frozen Zombie, Renegade Raider, Wildcard, and Rock Lady. Those are everyone who died. By the way, if you want, comment below what you think is going to happen with Wildcard and Visitor. Maybe I'll let you decide who gets brought back. Maybe I could bring them both back for another chance. I don't know what happens now. So, yeah. Maybe Wildcard's the one that gets brought back because he survived technically the longest. Inferno, Chitauri, and Raptor cheerfully sing songs together. They just survived the blizzard and they're like, let's just sing songs now. Star-Lord, Randy, Laserchomp, Rustlord, and Hopper sleep in shifts. Is Star-Lord and Rustlord working together now? What's going on? Patch Patroller tends to his wounds. Prickly Patroller and Floating Kevin fight Trog and Skull Ranger. Trog and Skull Ranger survive. So wait, do they kill Prickly Patroller and Floating Kevin, or do they just survive? I don't understand what happened. Chitauri attacks Skull Ranger, but she manages to escape. Hopper sprains his ankle while running away from Randy. The T-pose is scaring him. Inferno questions his sanity. Yes, Inferno doesn't even know what to do anymore. Wildcard died by a snowstorm. Now, what is his goal anymore? I guess to win it, but still. Star-Lord tries to spear fish with a trident. Patch Patroller discovers the cave. Rustlord injures himself. Raptor thinks about home. And Laserchomp camouflaged himself in the bushes. Laser's probably going to give him away, but I don't know. We'll find out. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Yup. Prickly Patroller and Floating Kevin somehow died to Trog and Skull Ranger. I feel like Skull Ranger didn't do anything, though. I feel like the power of Trog was just too much for Prickly Patroller and Floating Kevin. Inferno lets Raptor into his shelter. Skull Ranger destroys Trog's supplies while he is asleep. Wait, but they just work together to kill Prickly Patroller and Kevin the Cube. Laserchomp and Patch Patroller huddle for warmth. Randy lets Rustlord into his shelter. And Star-Lord kills Hopper while he is sleeping. Inferno runs away from Trog. Oh, that face is just too much for the Inferno. Patch Patroller chases Laserchomp. I thought they were just starting a team. What? Chitauri accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Well, he was probably the strongest one, and he just went out to a landmine. Star-Lord practices his archery, and Randy constructs a shack. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Hopper and Chitauri. Skull Ranger receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Patch Patroller, Star-Lord, Rustlord, and Trog tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Randy tracks down and kills Inferno. See, Randy's getting back into his killing mode now. Laserchomp dies of dysentery. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Rustlord and Star-Lord get into a fight over raw meat, but Star-Lord gives up and runs away. Skull Ranger decides not to go to the feast. Raptor decides not to go to the feast. Patch Patroller tracks down and kills Randy. Patch Patroller started to work together with Randy early on. Trog sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. I'm just imagining holding a photo of just 25 other Yetis. Rustlord scares Patch Patroller off. Skull Ranger is pricked by thorns while picking berries. And Trog sets an explosive off, killing Raptor. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Inferno, Laserchomp, Randy, and Raptor. Star-Lord and Patch Patroller work together to drown Trog. Not the Trog, he was doing so well. And Skull Ranger poisons Rustlord's drink. He drinks it and dies. Well, Rustlord is now gone, and Star-Lord is the only Lord left remaining. Star-Lord and Patch Patroller work together for the day, and Skull Ranger receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Which of these 3 will win this? Who will win? If Skull Ranger wins, then congratulations to whoever commented the idea, then, your person just won. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Majestic Trog and Rustlord. Star-Lord kills Skull Ranger with her own weapon, and Patch Patroller unknowingly eats toxic berries. That's ironic, being as he's Patch Patroller and he just died by eating berries. The winner is Star-Lord from District 6. He just proved to Rustlord that he is way better. Well, he now goes onto a long list of people who have won the Hunger Games simulations. Now then, what we do with Wildcard and Visitor. I'm thinking Wildcard is the one that advances on, because he technically did last longest. As you can see, he got 15th place. His Visitor got 20th place. But if you want, you can just comment below what you think should happen. If I have multiple people commenting what they think who they think should advance on, then I guess I'll see whoever gets the most votes. But if not, then I might just have Wildcard advance on, as he technically lasted longer. And Trog and Randy was actually doing pretty good after not being in here for like a while. Well, there you go. That was the 5th episode of Hunger Games Simulator. Hope you have enjoyed this. Comment below more themes and ideas for characters that you would want to see. Next time I make another Fortnite one, we will see Patrick Grass, Star-Lord, and possibly Visitor or Wildcard returning. So, anyways, guess it for this video. Goodbye.